payback is a bitch. That's all I'm going to say. Payback is a bitch. Brenny, how are we doing, mate?
I'm really good. What I did though was just I didn't celebrate, and I didn't have any cameras, at the time of the at the end of the game. And well, who am I kidding? Of course I celebrated. It's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
but no, it was a great feeling. It was very comfortable game.
It was, yeah,
very comfortable game. As soon as we scored that first goal, and then they just fell apart, West Ham. But yeah, it was great viewing.
It was. And Gumza is in the house as well. Big up to Gumza. How we doing, mate? That was a really bad game, wasn't it? Awful.
Oh, terrible. Snorefest. Absolute snorefest. So.
Especially the last 20 minutes, man. It was so boring. Jeez.
I know.
You know what I mean? Where's the Kodak scums? You got your Kodak ready?
Already, mate. Snapping. Trying to find myself some West Ham fans, but they've gone into hiding again. So, mate, yeah, brilliant result, brilliant performance. That's what you need, isn't it? Like, you have to back up that Liverpool win.
Well, exactly. This is the
yeah. You have to.
Is if we did not win today, it would have been pointless, that Liverpool performance.
Yeah.
Silver was saying the jugular finally. What I've been calling for, Brenny's been calling for all damn season. Go for the damn jugular. When a team's down, just go for it. Hello, Bobby, Brenny. Big up to Tony. It's been joining me since 12:30 on the watch along. So I have been doing 2 games simultaneously. So I am absolutely knackered. Calm down, lads. Yes, I'm calm. Straight down the tunnel, please. Look, yeah, it was a beautiful performance today. Well done on the win, lads. What were you lot cooking today? Well, cooked West Ham very, very well. What a win, says Temmie. Right. I'm going to let you two do the talking because obviously I am pretty knackered, if I'm honest. Gumza, what did you make of the whole game overall?
Do you know, first 15, I'm sitting there watching it thinking it's going to happen again, innit? Like, same as when we played them recently. We dominate the game, creating chances. Saka's had a couple of chances he's missed, just not in. And then once that set piece went in, that was it. I was like, yes, game's over. But then we just went on a rampage. And I've been calling for it for weeks, like months, years. Like, we don't kill teams. I haven't sat comfortable for a long time. Even Forest, when we're dominating the game 2-0 up, 2-0 is obviously the worst scoreline, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, I was so happy when we got the third. And then the fourth, and then the fifth. And when I don't know where they got 7 minutes from in that first half, but I was like, oh my God, this is brilliant. We can get another one. Because I think it was 4-0 at the time. And then they put 7 minutes up. And I'm thinking VAR wasn't that long on those 2 goals. Like, where did they get 7 minutes from? I really don't know where they got it from. But I was like, hallelujah, because let's go and get another one quickly. And again, what we've seen from Arsenal in the past in the second half, we sometimes just go through the motions. But there was still a bit more intent behind us and trying to score more. So yeah, buzzing with that result, man.
Tony's trying to wind me up with the comments. Oh God. We'll get onto that in a bit, I promise. As everyone know that was what I'll do the watch along, you physically heard my groan once I saw Cedric was coming on. I heard it myself. I was groaning because he's coming on. Look, I don't like him. I can't wait till he's out the club. But I'll support him once he's on the pitch. But I just didn't want to see him today, if I'm honest. We'll get onto the subs as well because I'm slightly concerned why certain players were on that bench, if I'm honest. Not being horrible to Bandera, but he couldn't get in the Colchester team. So that slightly concerns me. Brenny, what did you make of the actual overall performance before we get into the starting lineup?
Well, I knew it would be National Low Block Day with West Ham, and I knew it would be. And but the way we started, it was as if Miguel said, right, just pick up where you left off last Sunday. And I think West Ham, you always know they're going to be a threat on the counter, and especially with Kudus as well. And I think what really set it up for us was when it was Kivior for me, because I thought he did really, really well today. He was brilliant today. And that was an important, mentally, psychologically, that was an important challenge. That was, to concede the corner from Kudus, because if he doesn't get to that, Kudus would probably have put that in the net.
Yeah.
And I think, and then it just started something. You know, we were already the better side before that effort, before that chance that West Ham had, and then we just went from strength to strength, set pieces, everything. It was just, you know, and everything we touched, they turned to goals. So, you know, and we didn't do that. We didn't do that in the home game, where we did not finish our dinner. When today we finished our dinner and had time for dessert.
Yeah,
We were brilliant. We were brilliant today. Everyone, man for man, put in a shift today.
Yeah.
Can't
Tony
fault
saying afternoon
anyone.
to Gonza. Everyone gets affinity for Temi. Lovely Temi. I thought my TV froze, then realised it was the West Ham defence. Because obviously Chris and Tony, bless them, were updating me on the game. Because obviously I was still watching the Arsenal Man City game. And it all started to actually work out as soon as I started watching. So I'm going to take some credit for this performance today. Because nothing happened in the first 20 minutes until I started watching. So I'll take some of the credit for that. Thank you very much. But no, look. And Brenny, I love what you said, because I remember that a few people went for Kivior in the preview, and you weren't that confident on it. But he did do a good performance. So, you know, even though you weren't that keen on him being there, that's how an Arsenal fan should be, even if you don't like him.
Yeah, you mean for the Liverpool game?
Yeah.
You mean when because when I saw him in the lineup today, I looked at it, I thought, yeah, good selection. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who it is, regardless whether you like them or not. If they played well the game before, I'm happy with them starting again. I'm happy with them, you know, featuring, because it just lifts it. You know, it lifts morale, lifts, you know, they get more and more confident. And Kirill today, I thought, was tremendous.
Yeah, he was. Rice was my man of the match, as at AFC always. We'll get on to the scores. But yeah, for me, he was my man of the match. Believe the corner has been turned different mentality on display this second half. Yes, we actually went for it. Instead of just going into second gear, cruising, they get a goal, a little bit of fear. We just went for it. Big up to Damos. Yes, lads.
Hey, bro.
His confidence. To be honest, Kivior will be sold this summer.
One thing I will say with the Kivior thing, if you notice today, we flipped how we played. Ben White was the inverted player, and Kivior stayed more on the left side of the defence. So it was almost a masterclass in how we dealt with it. Because if you look, Ben White was the more central midfielder, which allowed Kivior to play naturally. Because again, we've asked Kivior in previous times to go and play in the midfield area, so he let Ben White do it. Also, there's a comment there which was saying Trossard was incredible as a false nine. Not sure if you saw how many times, but the rotation between Trossard and Havertz was really good. If you saw when they was taking goal kicks, Havertz then went and played in midfield, and he won so many headers there. And then when the game was building, Trossard then drops back in deeper, and Havertz goes up top. And remember before, Bobby, I was saying about playing Jesus in a 10 kind of role. And that was exactly what they done today. Havertz, when we was defending, Havertz dropped in and became the midfielder and left Trossard to occupy the. Again, if you watch their goal kicks back, Trossard was always higher and Havertz was deeper. And as the game was playing, they switched over and Trossard come and got deep and got on the ball. And as a defender, it keeps you guessing, because you've got Trossard, then he drops in midfield. Do I go or do I stay? All of a sudden, he picks up space. And even if you look at Saka's goal, is off that, but not the goal side, the penalty of Trossard getting the ball deeper and then runners in behind. So, yeah, I was really impressed with the movement of the players today. Like that it was nice to watch. And again, it's what a difference a few weeks makes. Because again, a few weeks ago we were having to have streams defending Arteta for crazy, and now, do you know what I mean? Is that 3 or 4 wins on the bounce? Sets us up nicely going into midweek games. It Porto this Tuesday, isn't it? I believe.
No, I think we're the. Aren't we the following Tuesday?
Yeah,
we're following.
Okay. Next Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff, and then Porto on the Tuesday.
Not bad.
Yeah, we got a week off. I just want to quickly, before we get to the lineups. So big up to Zaina, Tristan, Julia, Kelly, Romain, and Carlos. Apart from one player they got wrong, was Tomiyasu, which you can't foresee that. They got the actual lineups correct. Trossard was up front, Martinelli was on the left, and Saka was on the right. So big up to you guys, because you obviously know something that I didn't know. So well done to you lot. Kivior started forward in the first few minutes. Yeah, because Chris was telling me that it was Kivior against Kudu was looking like a total mismatch, but obviously it changed as soon as I started watching it. The Declan Rice goal finally made.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Bobby. I mean, that's what I'm saying, because that's when for me, that was a turning point in terms of Kivior, what he, with that challenge he put in. He put the ball up a corner. This, and not giving Kudus a sniff. And then he just picked up.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I mean?
That's good though. We've got Burnley first. First half of the season, we looked half decent, but we've really turned it up. The big business. Well, exactly. This currently is exactly what we should be doing at the end, the business end of the season. We have been poor pretty much all season. Like none of the games have been brilliant apart from PSV. It's the only one I can remember that's been brilliant. So it is good that we're doing it in the business end of the season. So all these other fans that are going, oh, blah 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 blah. This is when it matters now. This is it. The final run in. This is when it matters. Mohamed Kudu, more like Mohamed Kudu. He did have a very good game against us at the Emirates. Today, I have to be honest, I couldn't rate any of those West Ham players more than a 4. They were crap. I have to be honest. And look, like I've said it on stream as well. Doesn't matter how bad the team we're playing against are. If they're really bad, that doesn't guarantee you a win. You still have to beat them. And we did destroy him today. Temi hammered. Big up to Moss. Amazing. Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Saliba, Gabriel. They amaze me so good. Well done, Tross. Well done, Arteta, getting Nwaneri in. We'll get on to Nwaneri in a bit. Right, so this was the starting lineup. So it was Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard. I do want to talk about the subs because slightly... I don't understand why Bandera was on there, I'll be honest. Out of all the players that we've got that could possibly go on there just to be there just in case we need them, Bandera is not someone I expected to see on there. Struggled to get into the Colchester lineup, and there he is on the bench. I'll be honest, that's a strange one. I don't get it. I know he has zero future at Arsenal. Was struggling to get in the Colchester lineup, as I said. Colchester are League 2, struggling in League 2. It's a strange one, because there are other players that we could have put on there, if I'm honest. But hey-ho. But because we've talked about so much about the players and stuff, we'll just go straight into ratings now. So Raya, I'm going to start with Brenny, because Brenny joined the stream first. So Raya, for you, Bren, what were you going to give him?
Well, what was there really to do today? I mean, what? I mean, I think he spent most of the game drinking tea and chatting with the fans, didn't he? No, you know what? It's but something it'd be. I would say I'd give him an 8 today, because there was still a few important things he had to do in order to keep that clean sheet, especially towards the end as well. So I'd give him an 8 today. He was solid.
Gumza, that gives you Benjamin.
Gonna give him an 8. He was good, and again playing more of the inverted role, which we haven't seen. We know he can play in midfield, but obviously we've never really done it from the right hand side. Done it with comfortable defensively, didn't get troubled. Solid performance really and honestly. So give him an 8.
Excellent stuff. Brenny, you get Kivior.
8 as well for me. I thought he grew as the game came in, and he was awesome today. No complaints.
Excellent stuff. Gumza, you get Saliba.
9. Solid defensive display. Good on the ball. Scored a goal. Easy. I think him and Gabriel brilliant again today.
Excellent. That Brenny, that brings you up with Gabriel.
The Brazilian Keown, rough and rugged. don't mess around. Don't business. Don't mess with Gabriel. I'll tell you, man. He'd be my guy if I was ever at a bar. If I was in a punch up, he'd be my go-to guy. He gets a 9 today. not just for the goal, but yeah, kept Bowen in his pocket. It's just top class form from one of the best defensive partnership in the Premier League.
Yeah. Gomza, that gives you Rice baby.
I give him I want to say 10. I'm going to give him a 10.
Because I've got 10 in my head, mate.
Yeah, he get a 10. I think he was one of 2 or 3 who was outstanding. Well, they were all outstanding, to be fair. What can we say? However, it's going back to his old club. The goal was a joke. And yeah, like I think we owed him that, because to get beat by West Ham twice this season was unacceptable. So we owed him that, because the stick he must have been getting leaving West Ham for Arsenal and then them beating us twice was ridiculous. So yeah, I'm glad we beat them the way we did today, because it's putting them back in their place a little bit, in it. So yeah, exactly. Big for Rice, and good to get him off early, because obviously he had a couple of little injury worries a few weeks ago and stuff. So good to get him off when we did. So yeah, he'll get a 10.
Okay, awesome stuff. Brenny, you get Havertz.
8 today. He put in a shift. Really put in a shift today. Worked so hard. Like Gums was saying earlier, I love the way Ian Trossard. I love the switching around. It does confuse the opposition when you do that. And I thought, he's growing in stature, and he'll have his haters, But this is the thing: you can do nothing more than just shut your haters up. And he was so good today. He deserved the goal.
Yeah, I agree. Gumza, you get Odegaard.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go a. Nah, do you know what? I'm going 9. I'm surprised you give Havertz a 8 as well. To be fair, I think it was Havertz defensively. He was brilliant today. He won so many balls, nicking things off people's toes, and he really kept us on the front foot. He won so many interceptions and headers and stuff, which kept us pressing West Ham. So I think Havertz is brilliant. But Odegaard was classy again. Little pockets and just flowing football, intricate. Like, I'll give him a 9. Like he was classy again today.
Awesome stuff. Brenny, Saka.
He's definitely a 10 man today. He's a 10 man. He was back to his best. I know Sky gave him man of the match, but I thought Declan Rice shaded it. But Saka, he was back to his brilliant best today. Yeah, he definitely gets a 10.
Yeah, I agree. Martinelli, for you, Gomza?
8, in all honesty.
No.
Yeah, I give him 8. I don't think he had done anything special. He kept getting caught on the ball in certain areas again, and when he goes inside, I was shouting to get him off earlier, though. I was a bit annoyed Arteta left him on for that extra 10 minutes, because you know what I mean. If we are quite short on numbers, just game's won. Like, get him off at 60 as well with the others. But it wasn't his best of games.
No, it wasn't.
But
no.
So I'll give him an 8.
No, Sufal dealt with him quite well today, to be honest. Sufal is one of those fullbacks that he has a really good game or a really bad game. And to be fair, I thought he was all right to vote Sufal. He was probably one of the best ones out of the whole bad bunch of West Ham. Brenny, you get Trossard then?
If his first name was Dennis, but it's not. But he was still a menace today. Caused West Ham all sorts of problems, and that goal, 9 for me. He was fantastic today, Trossard.
Awesome. Right, let's move on to the subs. So Nelson came on for Saka. So Gomza, you get Nelson to rate.
I give him 7. I'll give him a 7.
Okay. Brenny, you get El Neni.
I'll give El Neni a 7 as well. Just kept it. Okay. Just kept it. Staying midfield. Like we say about him, he does what it says on the tin.
Yeah, one seal. Look, he's not going to be here next season. He's going to leave in the summer. So to be fair, he had 2 decent shots as well, which is just El Neni, isn't it? I would have loved to one of them to go in.
If it was Champions League, it would have gone in. But
yeah.
It's Champions League El Neni,
So So, Gomsy, you get Nketiah.
Yeah, he looked quite sharp and lively.
Mm.
Got in and around it. I still only give him a 7. But
Okay.
yeah, he won some good free kicks high at the pitch as well and drove
Yeah.
us forward. Like, again, it's hard for those subs coming on in that game, isn't it? Because everything's winding down a bit. So as a striker, you got to try and keep yourself in it. So yeah, he had a good shot as well, which just straight at the keeper.
I know what's coming.
But yeah,
I know what's coming. Right. Right. The next sub was him. He came on for Ben White. Brenny.
I'd have thought you'd have marked him, because he's your man after all,
I'll give him a -10, mate.
Oh, Cedric the Entertainer. Well, he was really good in the barbershop movies, but I think for him today it was just a standard 6 because of the time he came on as well.
Yeah. Right, this is where I'm gonna test Gums now. Because I'm intrigued by what he's seen of Nwaneri. So Nwaneri for you, because for me, he was the one person I was watching for the constant amount of time.
I'm going to give him an 8.
Thank you.
I think he looked he looked good and he was confident on the ball. He was going past people, a couple of little tight areas, footwork, round people, driving free kicks. I think he was. First thing he done when he come on as well, he's kicked someone. I was like, good on you. Like, the ball going up for Croydon, he just absolutely kicked someone. So I was
thinking, oh no, I hope that's not a card, man. I hope that's not a card.
I think you don't get booked, but it's first bit of action. But yeah, no, I think and I got a theory with the Cedric thing because again, I was thinking Walters. Again, you're 6 up, like. I do think when he put Armoury on the right, so maybe he thought put experience behind it rather than putting 2 youngsters on one side. Because I was saying in group chats, I'll bring on Walters as well. Keep putting Armoury on the left and Walters on the right, because at least you've got a bit of balance. But he put him on the right, so I think that's probably why Cedric. And also, I think if there is an injury at fullback, Cedric will start ahead of Walters. So he's just obviously keeping him in the mix. But yeah, for me, out of the subs, he was the best today. Again, I know I'm probably scoring him because he's 16, so I'm probably. I mean, you're not expecting as much from him when he comes on than you are as Reece Nelson, but he looked really nippy and sharp and confident and was trying little probing balls coming inside. And yeah, I liked his performance today. So hopefully we see more of him.
So do I. And before we get on to Miko, I want to get through the comments because I feel like I'm missing out on everyone's here. Defo help my FPL, seriously. Boss, you know how much I hate listening about FPL. And what was it? Was it you, Brenny, that said Tabs also kept Saka out of his FPL team?
Yeah, I didn't even realise because he took him out. It must have been I think it must have been a few weeks ago, but he took him out.
Tabs is having a really bad weekend, and he bless him.
I know he was looking forward to this game. I know he was. He was looking forward to the game.
Yeah. Well, there's a certain group WhatsApp that we're all part of. I'm sure they were looking forward to this game as well, and it's backfired very heavily. Bobby, don't you know? I can't even say his name. It just pains me. Even him and El Neni played. How bad you have to be. El Neni, I do actually rate. I think he's a very good player for what he is. I know exactly what to expect out of El Neni. I know exactly what to expect out of the other plunker as well. Absolutely nothing. Statement result says Chris. Arsenal previous record win over West Ham was our 6-1 thrashing of the Hammers back in 1976. That's 2 years away from your date of birth. That was 2, wasn't it, Brenny? 76.
Yeah, 74. I was born. Yeah.
No, Temi, I love you, but no, just no. But subs Nketiah for him. Why are people trying to do this to me? Nelson 6, Elneny 7. Nwaneri 7. Also,
Bobby, quick one.
Yes.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure it was 2015, was it? Or where 2014 or 2015 when Elneny signed for a club, because he's close to a testimonial. And we don't really talk testimonials now because players don't stay at their club for long enough.
Yeah, very true.
He's not far.
No,
I would give him one personally because he's shown a lot of loyalty to this club.
I hope we do out of loyalty, but he is leaving in the summer. There's no doubt about that now. the Turkish deadline is now over. That finished 2 days ago. No bids came in for him, unfortunately. But yeah, he's definitely leaving in the summer. But I would, because honestly, we could all laugh at him, but honestly, he does exactly what he's meant to. He comes on, just keeps it nice and tidy. Nothing spectacular. Has the spectacular goal in him sometimes, which is always makes us smile. He's like a new age Jon Jensen.
Yeah,
a new he just makes you smile. It just makes you smile. It doesn't do anything spectacular. It just makes you smile, and that's what I like. Tony Fulbrook's ratings is Raya 4, as his name isn't Ramsdale.
At least he's honest. At least he's honest with it, innit?
Yeah. White 9, Stephen 9, Gabriel 9, Rice 10, Havertz 9, Odegaard 9. Okay. Kivior's meant to be one of those. Kivior 9, Trossard 9, Saka, Martinelli 9. Arteta 10 for bringing him on. No. Unbelievable, guys. I think El Neni is a legend for his loyalty. I love how loyal he's been. I don't want to say
he's not a legend.
No. Even Jon Jensen's not a legend.
He's a cult hero, isn't he? He's one of those cult hero players.
Yeah.
Jon Jensen and Stefan Schwartz are both cult heroes to me. They're not legends to the club. They're just my cult heroes. I just love them to bits. And El Neni
Schwartz only had one season with us as well.
Yeah,
I thought he was brilliant for that season.
I absolutely loved him.
One of mine's Kim Kallstrom. Did nothing. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable. Can't believe he said that. Like, seriously. What the heck was that about?
Did nothing and then scores the FA Cup to win a penalties shootout. So yeah, he goes down in it as one of those.
It's like coming on here and saying Bentner's my cult hero, because literally I wouldn't speak to you for about a week.
That's another one of mine. I love Lord Bentner. I love Nicky B. Nicky B won me about 400 quid once. Him and Sheffield United were going to the game, and I went to the bookies and I put me and my friend had a bet. It was like who would score. I think we said score a double, and I put like 100 quid down. Nicky B to score a double. And it come in, it's Sheffield United, Nicky B. So for real, I would always love Nicky B for that. And Vela got a hat trick.
Were you drunk
that
at
game.
The time?
Yeah, we just I don't know what we was doing. We just went in Reading, went to the bookies before we went to London. And part of it was you don't know who's going to start because it's a League Cup game. Yeah. So you don't know who's going to start. So it's like, let's just put some money somewhere. It's like, okay, I'm going Nicky B. He went Carlos Vela. And yeah, both of us were up. We couldn't believe it. Like, what a day.
Oh, that's mental.
And that was, so big up Nicky B. Lord Bentner.
I'll never call him Lord Bentner. I'll tell you. It's a horrendous name. Right, Mikhail, let's give him ratings. We'll start with Brenny. Brenny, Arteta.
Today?
Yeah.
Wow. What did we rate him last week? We gave him a 9, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, we gave him a 9. I was gave him a 9. He for me, he gets a 10 today. He knew exactly what he was doing with his team selection today.
Yeah.
I loved the. I mean, I noticed that as well with the inverted as well in terms of Ben White was inverted, and I loved the way Saliba was coming for him. Even Saliba had all the time in the world at times. You see when he was coming forward with the ball, you know what I mean? God, was so cool, calm, collected, man. And I mean the subs. Well, game was done. Game was done. I'm not going to complain too much. I mean the Raw Waters thing. Yeah, he could have come on, but I think Gum's made a really good point in terms of having experience behind Wanyeri. So I got that, and it was you know what, he made the subs at the right time, and at least you can keep our top performers today. You know, job was done. Why would you play the rest of them for a whole 90 minutes? And you know, look forward to Burnley next week. So I'll give him 10 today.
No, I agree. I have no issues with that today. Gumza?
Yeah, you can't do anything but a 10. Do you know what I mean? No. We've been calling out for it a long time. It's another clean sheet. Again, 4-0 at halftime, and again, we've both said it. We tend to, when we're winning the game at halftime, we drop right off and just cruise through, and it gets boring. Whereas we still went for them. we still went for him. Even towards the end, we were still trying to knock on the door,
Yeah.
which was a nice change. I think that was really impressive. I'm not too sure. Again, the starting 11, I think he got it right, but I'm not too sure how much was inflicted on him. Jorginho, again, you might be able to tell me more, Bobby. I looked at the bench and I'm like, where's ESR? Like, so I'm not too sure why some of these guys weren't available.
Smith
were they
Rowe's
all
turned his
injuries? Were they
ankle.
all?
Jorginho's injured. So yeah, a lot of it were injuries, little injuries as well.
Yeah, and
yeah.
So obviously no Jesus, no Sinchenko, no Tomiyasu. So again, a bit of it's forced, but I think by bringing in, I think the most important thing he did was the Ben White thing and said, right, you be the inverted. So I think that was the most important thing. And again, he might have been forced into it, but end of the day, it's work to treat. And again, I think we were talking before, Bobby, and we've lost certain games, and I always say performance means so much more to me than the result sometimes. Yes, I want to win every game.
Yeah.
If we get beat with a good performance, because that shows we're still doing the right thing. It's just a bit of bad luck. We just didn't take our chances. The Fulham game was the game I was really disappointed with Arsenal this season because we didn't put a performance in. But when West Ham beat us before, I came on a stream and I said 9 times out of 10 we played like that, we beat West Ham. That was just the one fluke. It was exactly the same today. There was no difference really in our performance level, but the boys up front were finishing, and that makes a difference. So we have to be careful when we criticize sometimes the manager if the players don't do what they need to do by finishing or conceding the silly goal. That's not always on Arteta. If we've dominated the game, it just comes down to fine margins of football, and that's why we love it because it's not predictable. But there was no difference in this performance to our last West Ham performance, apart from we took chances, and when you do that, do you know what I mean? It just makes such a difference defensively as well. There's not as much pressure. So, I know we don't normally give 10s, Bobby, but unfortunately for a 6-0 win, I think he has to get a 10, don't he? So,
it's a 6-0 win, clean sheet, great performance, 4 out of 5 great subs. I can't knock it. And I know
Tony wants as well.
Tony wants me to give him. I'm gonna have to give him a 9, and it is literally for the Cedric reason. I can't. I have to stick with my guns. I can't. Don't want to see him in an Arsenal shirt. I don't want to see him at the club. I'll be glad when he's gone. And I'm all about Cedric, by the way.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes, mate.
Yeah. Can I ask you two a question? What was your best goal today?
Rice. Easy.
It's between Rice and Trossard. They were both good goals, but I would say for me, it's a tough one because I think they're both good goals.
Yeah.
What was yours?
I like the Saka one just because I think he needed that. He hasn't scored a goal coming off his left on the right side for a while. Trossard's finish was ridiculous. Rice's goal was unreal. I think it's got to be the Rice one. However, we need to give a special mention to Ben White as well for the first goal, because I think that's so important, that goal. If we don't score and the game keeps going on, West Ham are going to just get their tails. I think we've done this before. We know how to beat Arsenal. Rice's block on the keeper was brilliant. I'm not sure if you've seen it properly. It was so subtle. It was just enough. Like, if you do it and stay there for too long, the referee's going to penalise you. That's a little nudge and then walked straight away from him, and that was enough. Do you know what I mean? And those little caveats are brilliant for us. Like,
what I would say then is also give credit to Nicolas again, because he is the guy that's behind all this. He is the one that sets up Ben, because Ben has that. How do I put this nicely? The attitude to do it and get away with it. Because
he has been caught a few times. But you can see it's almost they perfected it, whereas it's not, because before he kind of be there interrupting for a while, it was very much just one touch and move, and that's enough, isn't it? If you feel that, it just stops you for half a second. And it was perfect. So and to be fair, the quality of the pass from crossing from Declan Rice as well, 2 assists today. And this is what we were missing sometimes, not calling out, but Martinelli's crossing and Trossard's crossing caught from set pieces sometimes was horrendous. As Declan Rice seems to be putting it right on the money, isn't he, at the moment? So
yeah, because is it Nelson that had a free kick late on, and his distribution was awful, and you can just see that. And again, that's Nicholas because he's obviously setting this up in the training, and this is what Nicholas does, and he's doing a very good job right now. 4 out of 5 because he definitely not him. I to be honest, I like El Neni. I always like to see El Neni. I'll be sad to when he sees he goes, but it is what it is. Come on now. Calm. I've got to stick with I'm a very stubborn person. I'm ginger. I'm very stubborn. Bobby not giving Arteta is even the quickest takeaway delivery ever, and food is perfect. Not receiving exactly. That is annoying. That is annoying. I have to be honest. You don't get any napkins for your takeaway. It's like I had a takeaway earlier. Actually, I ordered my partner and my son from a certain takeaway place, and the main meal didn't come, but the side dishes did. And that really frustrated the heck out of me. And I didn't have much time because the game was on. So, that really, really winds me up. Guys, we are going to be quiet until next Friday when the preview for the Burnley game is, unless there's any breaking news, which to be fair, it's not going to be. We will have a few days off. I deserve it. I think after this, 5 hours I've done today. Brenny, thank you as always for coming on. Where can people find you, my friend?
You're welcome. Yeah, you can find me here on the Armoury TV, and you can also find me on X and Instagram as well.
Thank you very much, mate. And Gumza, where can they find you? Hang on, I've got to work out how to do it. There we go.
It's all good.
Where can they find you, my friend?
Yeah, again, I'm here on the Armoury TV. Especially reactions. I don't try and get involved in the previews because Bobby tries stitching me up. But yeah, no, I'm here, and again, you can find me sometimes socially online, but not that often. But I'm around. Temi, can you put Temi's comment up? Because big up Saka for 100 goal involvements.
Yes,
22.
yes.
I think it's 51 goals, 49 assists. That's so balanced, isn't it? Like,
yes, it is.
Yeah,
210 games.
Well. Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah, 210 games, 51 goals, 49 assists. I was having a conversation with someone, and they were saying about the expectations and kind of not comparing him with Rashford, but it's like Rashford's got similar expectations as what Saka has sometimes, where they're the go-to when things aren't going right. And it seems like Saka doesn't shy away from it, whereas Rashford, he's very purple patchy, isn't he? He have a good run and then he disappears. Saka is Mr. Consistent, and that shows you it's every other game he gets a goal or assist. And you think how bad we were when he first broke into the team to keep those numbers up that high when we're in 8th place and we're struggling. Like he's done an amazing thing. I think he's three player of the seasons he's won from Arsenal. 2 or 3 player of the seasons.
Yeah,
like what a kid, what a superstar we got in the making, haven't we? Like,
he's from mine, isn't he, Saka? So you know what I mean. Yeah. We're just hard as nails. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Brenny, you know, we do have to mention. Is it North Greenwood? Is that
North Greenfield?
Greenfield.
North Greenford. Ford, as in F-O-R-D, like Brentford, Greenford. And Greenford are not far from each other as well. Yeah, I mean, yesterday it was an incredible game in the FA Vars last 16, and Tilbury. Oh gosh, I hope never have to go to that place again, man. Jeez, we the fan there was like over 600 fans in the ground, and it was only like us. There was probably about 50, 60 of us, and we were more loud than the home fans. We didn't hear the home fans. We never heard them.
I saw a picture of your fans because I actually saw you on Twitter, so I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to look at their photos. And I saw the little group in the little like a proper red wooden tables in there. Proper away fans for non-league football. I love it.
And the fact that, and I think what big up to those boys because they're absolutely amazing. Whole club, everybody, and to lose 7-0 in the FA Cup 2 seasons ago, and the Tilbury lot, they put that up on their social media feed again, and I'll tell you what, that must have really, really wound them up. And I don't know how we should have beaten them in normal time, but to get through 5-3 on penalties was fantastic. And the draw will be tomorrow afternoon on TalkSport 2, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So last 8 and 3. So what? 2 rounds away from Wembley.
Ooh. Good luck to your team, mate. Guys, we will be back on Friday night. I'll do the preview for the Burnley game. But next Saturday, Arsenal women are playing Man United women. Very, very important game. And to be honest, and I will say it, if we don't win, Jonas has to be sacked because he's not done enough for me, in my opinion. Brenny, do you agree with that? I would ask Gums, but I'm not sure if Gums is up enough.
Don't really follow the exactly. Too much, but
no, does, I know that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree because I mean, today I thought I had to pop out quickly because I watched the first half and I thought we could get something out of today's cup game, but you know, it's we've just been inconsistent this season. You know, we're losing. I mean, no disrespect to the opposition, but we're losing games or drawing it. We shouldn't be losing these types of games. I don't know, but last week's performance, I don't know what that was about. It was kind of like us. It was kind of like the men's team at Fulham. You know what I mean? It was
it was that bad. It was that bad. But today's, I don't know if you saw the last minute chance where Keating. We believe the ball actually did go over the line because there's no goal line technology or no VAR.
Yeah.
They couldn't prove it, but it did look like the Arsenal should have got an equaliser at the last dive. But it is what it is. The WSL voted against the goal line technology and the VAR, so that's their choice. That's their problem. But we move on to next weekend. It's a must-win for personally, and I think Tony will agree with this. If we don't win, Jonas has got to be sacked, in my opinion. This is bad. Guys, I'm out of here. Take care. See you on Friday. Bye-bye.
All the best. Get your cameras out.